Firing up.
Mm-hmm.
And we are rocking. Alright. So, what's going on now?
Okay, so I seen this relationship advice Reddit.
Okay.
It reads, I'm pregnant and my boyfriend wants me to name our baby after him.
Okay.
He shares the same name as my dad that I do not speak to, so I'm not comfortable with that. What do I do?
Alright. This is what I think about that, right?
Okay.
I feel like your boyfriend got the name of your dad that you don't like. To me, that's already like what's going on there. You know what I mean? Because if you really don't like your father like that, as soon as dude would have said his name from the time y'all met, you would have been like, nah. You know what I mean? Like you sitting next to somebody that, oh, what's your name? Oh, nah. I'm already off it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think that I don't know if that's, I feel like that's one of those things where she's being a little bit like out of pocket. To me.
So because she dated the guy that has the same name as her, maybe she called him a nickname. We ain't even gonna call you, I'm saying that name.
Mm-hmm.
So she calls him a nickname, but now it's just like, okay, to be calling my child that, people are gonna think that I'm naming my child after my dad. Like he might feel that way, and I don't even want him to feel that honor.
Yeah, I could understand that, but I still feel you gotta let that go.
The whole relationship?
No. Like there's that thought. Like you just gotta get over it. Like you know what I'm saying?
So you think she should name the child after
I think
the father, if that's
I
what he
think,
wants?
You know what I mean? Yeah, or he needs to get rid of her.
What? So there's no compromise here?
No, it is what it is. Like how do you compromise on something like a name?
I mean,
it either is or it isn't. So if his name is freaking Thomas, right? Like, and he wants to name his son Thomas, and you're like, I'm not naming my son Thomas. There's no compromise. There's no way to compromise. It's impossible.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was easy.
I don't know. I feel like it should be a conversation deeper than that. Like, it's either you do this or not. I get rid of if you don't.
Yeah.
Get over it. I feel like it should be more to that conversation.
Like it's gonna be really crazy. Like when he leave her, and then now she like hates him and the father and the son. They both in there. Like that's what it was gonna happen. Like I mean, she probably know that. She probably like, yo, if we break up, then it's like I name my son after the two dudes I hate the most.
I don't know. I'll be like, what's your middle name? Like, what's your middle name? Like, we can't. I'm not. My father named Rudolph. If I'm dating somebody named Rudolph, you want to name him Rudolph? I don't know. I feel like that's the beginning of a. So, you have anything over there?
I thought she was going through it. Let me see.
Does low maintenance equal no self-care?
Huh? Oh, Kiki says you go with the middle name.
Right. Kiki, Gigi.
Yeah.
So that's
Right. Yeah. Anything Kiki, Gigi, Riri, anything you gotta watch out for them. You know what I'm saying? They're out of pocket. So wait, hold on, let me see. I seen something. Just now. So let's say you go to the relationship. Is that all you had to say on?
Yeah, that's all I had to
on
say.
that. So
yeah.
What would you do?
I would not name my child after my father, who shares the same name as my husband, or vice versa. I wouldn't do it. I would compromise in a.
Okay.
We can find another name that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I want to just and then go back to the one that you asked earlier. Like the guy thinks that masturbating is cheating. Where do you stand on that?
Oh, is masturbating cheating?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Like,
so I would say no.
Okay. Wow. So let's always do. You always gotta think about so. Before you even start with what you say, why would he even think that? What do you think is in his mind to even have him think that?
He's probably thinking that when she's having an orgasm, it's not him giving it to her.
Okay.
So if it's not him giving it to her,
Mhm.
she's, it's coming from another source. So if it's coming from another source, then it's cheating.
It's cheating. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So whether it's porn, whether it's, I don't know. I wouldn't think it's cheating though.
Okay, so
I think you have to involve another human being
yeah,
for it to be cheating.
I see another one. I don't know if it has to involve another human being, but because they got the Tesla robot coming out. Our
Okay,
robot, it's gonna be real pretty soon because you're gonna have a robot in the crib, and it's like the robot gonna be handling certain things.
Oh
and
no, we can't get a robot, babe.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not. Listen, I'm talking about but because I'm sure that's probably the first thing that's gonna be on the market is like a sex robot, like either for men or women, like either way. You know what I'm saying? This one person said they want to break up with their girlfriend, but the girlfriend friend just died. So I said that to ask, do you think that there's ever a good time or bad time for a breakup? Like if that was you, do you wait until they get over the death, or do you just say it's always gonna be something?
That Chris Brown song came in my mind. It's
Which one is
never a right time to say goodbye.
Okay. Is that what that's about though?
Yeah.
Okay, so that song's not about saying goodbye like somebody
like
died.
breaking up. No, it's about breaking up.
Oh, it's about breaking up.
Yeah, it's
so,
never a right
you
time.
you always gotta just
do it.
Yeah. So so basically you're adding to.
I would definitely wait though, because I'm a sucker. So I would definitely wait.
I'm looking okay.
Until I feel like the morning has passed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long is that?
I don't know, a couple months maybe. I remember I continued dating this guy and that I wanted to break up with. Shout out to Mike. I'm just kidding. That's not his name. That I continued to date because he was studying for an exam, and I didn't want this meant like his whole career for him to get this exam, and I just couldn't do it. So I waited until he passed the exam to break up with him, which was months.
Yeah.
But I cared about him that much, not to be with him forever, but to not, because I knew if I broke up with him, he would have failed.
Do you think so?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
No, for sure, because like whenever we fought, it messed up his grades, and when we were in college. So? Yeah, I'm telling you. Like I'm telling you, he didn't know how to like control his his mind. I guess I don't know. But yeah, so I would definitely wait till the morning, because this was like, okay, that'd be, what is it? Adding fuel to the fire. That saying. It's like, dang, you're already going through this, and I'm gonna add me breaking your heart on top of it after your friend just died.
Yeah.
That's not right. I don't know what's worse. Though, is it like stringing him along, adding, and then that's like, if you're there for me while I'm going through this, that makes me love you more. So now it's gonna break your heart even more after I dump you, because now you love me more because I was there for you.
Right. No, I feel you. I feel like you gotta just know when it's not, you don't have, I just feel like I don't have that much power, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I could just step and it's okay. Like whatever happened to your grades, happened to your grades.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it says, my wife keeps tying my boots after I told her to keep her hands off them. I tried to teach her a lesson and really hurt her feelings. So he hurt her, like he basically like did something to teach her a lesson about touching his boots.
Was he in the military? His boots?
Yeah, like that's regular though. Like, first of all right, so
what?
Don't touch. You can't.
Okay, so like tying the shoestrings, like the way.
Yeah, like just don't. Yeah, like she probably, you know what it is. She probably like
OCD
from a different culture, right? And don't understand how important it is to keep the Timbs laced a certain way, or to keep the Jordans laced a certain way. So it's like, yo, don't relace. Like, it's like, let's say you got Timbs and they're loose, and she just don't know, like she from like
Yeah.
North Dakota or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she just like, oh, the boots are loose, like let me tighten them, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Um,
Gotcha.
but is that do you think that's like, should he get over that, or where
Why
you
won't
at?
she listen? That's the problem. That means that there's other issues. If she wouldn't
Right.
listen to something simple like that, imagine, you know,
No,
what
I
else
feel
she's
you.
not listening to. So it feels like there's deeper issues there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree
Why
with
won't
that.
you just listen to what I'm asking you?
Yeah,
It's like if I'm telling
it's
you
such an easy
something,
thing, right?
I'm trying to communicate something to you, and something is blocking that. You know, that's the issue right there. Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Um, let me see. Let me see what else we got here. I mean,
Ooh, I kind of regret introducing my best friend to my boyfriend.
yeah.
We talk about this quite a few.
Why is that? Like,
All right, so this is my first post, blah, blah, blah. So, for starters, I am in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend for a little over 2 months now. We met through a random online game and got pretty close and then decided to date a little later. And I've been
right.
friends with my best friend for 12 years, basically childhood friends. I have always been a private person, so I don't really share information with anyone. I tell my best friend a lot of things, blah, blah, blah.
We agree. Okay.
Um,
I'm with
well,
them
this
so
is
far.
long. I can't read all this. um, okay. So I guess they texting. Okay, so the best friend, I guess she introduced them, and they're texting every day, and it's kind of bothering me. Now you'll ask me how I know that. Well, whenever I ask my boyfriend what he's doing when I come back from somewhere to text him again, he tells me texting my best friend's name.
Okay.
It happens at least once every day.
Has that ever happened? Have you ever been through something like that?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Not to that extreme.
Yeah.
The first time was when I used my best friend's telephone because my phone died to text my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then they ended up texting each other and met behind my back and then pretended they didn't know each other when I actually introduced them.
Okay,
That was
okay.
a whole thing. Keep your friends away from your man.
Right. So, all right. So she's basically saying that she introduced them, but it's not behind her back. It's like right in her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously they're like on some like everybody's just cool.
Yeah.
And they rocking, and I guess they could probably even link up without her.
Yeah.
And still pick up the FaceTime. Like, oh look, I'm here with Maddie. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Right? And we're just chilling. Is that like, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
You think that's weird?
That's weird. I feel like if you're with Maggie, I should be there too.
Okay. I think I seen this one time on the show, and it was like saying like, would it be weird for your peoples to go chill with your peoples without you? Right? And it's almost like they like could be trying to steal your friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you? Your girlfriend and your best friend?
Oh
Texting
no,
behind
we
your
don't
back.
do. I don't do that. I mean, I don't even move like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, I don't know. Like out here, like we don't even contact each other's like women. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not even a thing. You know what I mean? Because then it could just get into that area like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got her calling you about this dude's whereabouts and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't even. Yeah, don't even. You know what I mean? Like don't even never hit me about nothing regarding. And I remember like actually we was in Miami of all places, and I remember my one friend. I guess they were on the gram, and the girl that he knew was friends with his boy's girl, right? And then so I guess his boy's girl was trying to reach him and couldn't reach him, so called him. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I know he's out there with you. Like tell him I'm trying to reach him, and he blacked out. Like, yo, don't ever call me. To reach somebody like him. I don't got nothing to do with your relationship. He blacked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how we move, and that just keeps everything easier. Cause I don't know. By the time it's what I mean, something's happening like that, like it's too late.
Yeah.
Can't go backwards. Cause now Cause now once you go backwards, it's gonna look like you're insecure.
Yeah.
And then now it's weird energy in the room because it's like they cool, they want to chill, they want to talk, and then you're in the way.
Yeah, it gets real sticky when friends are dating friends.
Right.
Yeah, cause it's like where's your loyalty? Who's your loyalty to? Right.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like you got somebody, you introduce them to your friend, and then they still there when like y'all broken up, and they've almost moved you completely out the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like them and your friends.
Yeah.
And then like, they don't, and then you're not there, and then now you can't even go there because it's like they're there, like that person is there. So it's like, I don't really want to be. You know what I mean? Let me see. It says my boyfriend isn't okay with me being promiscuous in the past, right?
Can't turn a home into a housewife.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's weird for him to even ask though. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like don't even want to know what's going on in anybody's past because you know what I mean? Like you just know it. You just don't.
Yeah.
Know. I mean, that's how I feel about it. You feel me? And for him to even like, I feel like those are the type of things that you just don't want to even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it says my wife gave birth to. I guess it's a white guy, and he says my wife gave birth to a black baby that clearly isn't mine.
Ooh.
And I'm about to divorce her, but I'm worried about the relationship between my 2 kids and their new half sister.
Well.
What would you do?
Well, you know my answer. You cheated on me and brought another baby into this situation.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes you like you said, like he said, he's worried about the kids.
I think that's the worst thing you could do. But I mean, disease.
Yeah.
And a baby.
That's true. But I think that like one thing about the older generations is like the kids came first, and I feel like now the people don't care about the kids. Like they don't care about nothing. Not saying that they should stay together because of kids or whatever, but I feel like the older generations would always prioritize raising their children over everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they would sacrifice themselves to raise their children. And I feel like now everybody's getting a little bit more narcissistic. I think it's just looking at yourself all day and the video camera makes you a little bit more self-centered than like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know how many times back in the day they used to bring kids home.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people's father's not their father. For real, like I'm sure it happens so much. I feel like at the hospital, you should they should
require
a birth what's it called, a DNA test.
Yeah, paternity.
Definitely require a DNA test at the hospital because you don't want to ask for it as the father because people get so emotional about thinking like you're thinking, and then you don't want to ask for it as the woman either if you're not sure, you know what I mean, because you don't want to blow your spot. So it's like I just think that there would be a lot more divorces if you had people
testing. Maybe that's why they don't do it, because it would make sense to do that.
Yeah, it would make sense to do that, but I feel like you would have a lot more divorces.
Yeah,
like a lot, like so much more, and that's probably why they don't do it. Because they know how much sense it do make. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they probably had a discussion like, nah.
Yeah.
Probably 1 out of every 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, let me see. I had like one more before I guess we get off the live. I mean,
oh, we're on live?
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah. So okay, my fiance and I, this is a woman talking, decided to break up, but she couldn't move out due to the lockdown. No, it's a dude talking. Okay. So his fiance and him decided to break up, but she couldn't move out because of the pandemic. After about 4 months isolated with her, they don't want to break up anymore.
So then don't break up.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, it forced them to be together.
It forced them to work it out.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't do anymore.
That's true. People are so quick to run from their problems instead of facing them head on and dealing with them.
And sometimes, a lot of times, and this is what I always say, so people gonna have the same. You're gonna have the same problem regardless. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not the person that's the problem. It's like we all have our own problems, and no matter where you go, you're gonna be forced with having to confront that issue.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that was a situation where they had they each had their own issue, and it's just like you could go meet 100 other people, and you're still always it's always gonna be like
same thing.
That issue is always gonna be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of those things that's just like I don't know.
That's good. The pandemic, works usually in the other way, because it's like even Gabrielle Union said the other day with D Wade, she was like, now that the pandemic happened, even though she loves being at home, it's like everybody's home. She don't have her private, and so she's just like waking up like, y'all still here? And she's usually traveling and working and doing this, so she's forced. She was like, and I know this sounds wrong, but I had to get to know my husband. It was like, and a lot of people broke up because they were forced to be there and get to know the people that they're with.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that does sound crazy. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people's there for and that's like the definition of being there for the good times, but not all times. You know what I'm saying? Not for the bad times and stuff too. Everything else, because you could always dip out and just whenever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you were in the pandemic, they was like forced to deal with that. Like you had Gabrielle Union, she probably had her own space, didn't even realize she couldn't even. But that woman has a lot of things going on in her head. Though,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's been through a lot. So it's like one of those things where she, I don't know, like they dealing with a lot over there. They got the one kid that's pretty young, but is like trying to change his gender. And then they got like the other kids trying to make the NBA. So I feel like there's enough to do in that household though that she should be occupied without even going outside.
But that's what she's saying. Like if she's in a room trying to record something, and then there's no private space. It seemed like it's, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. She probably was doing like Zoom interviews, Good Morning America or something.
And they're just walking by looking.
But I feel like they should understand that enough to like
respect it.
Or I mean, and you think like they're multi-million. You would think that they would have
big enough space.
Room, space, whether it's whatever. But I guess when you're dealing with little kids, they're not gonna respect it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know what's worth working through and what's not. You know what I'm saying? It's always like the scary thing about relationships is like it takes two people to be down. As soon as one person's not down, it's over. It doesn't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the thing. And at any point in time, somebody could just tune out. You know what I'm saying? So with the pandemic, I guess it's like even when he tried to tune out or she tried to tune out, there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I feel like the fact that he was even letting her chill, I think is good. Like just like you said, like even with the dude, like you didn't want to break up with him during his like testing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's even a situation, because I know sometimes you don't care, like you just want the person gone. You can't stand another second to be around them.
Yeah.
So in that case, he obviously didn't like dislike her that much because she stayed another 4 months.
Yeah.
Pandemic or not.
Yeah, right.
You gotta go,
bridge,
right? Yeah.
So my little part.
Yeah. So it's like if you don't go, I'm going. So it's like pandemic or not, like they obviously wasn't in that bad of a space. And I feel like more people could try to work things out. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's what it is on that.
Makes sense.
And but yeah, though, we'll come back with some more relationship advice tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And try to, you know what I'm saying, make sure everybody gets some good advice. Work it out. You know what I mean? Stop running.
Yes,
You know?
work it out.
Ain't nowhere to run to. You gotta deal with your own demons.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Wherever you go, they following you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not the person, it's you. I know people don't want to hear that. They want to point the finger, but as they said, when you point one finger at somebody else, you got three pointing right back at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's always the thing, and yeah, that's what it is.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Peace.